have 10 o'clock, so I'd like to call the May 1st, 2017 meeting of the Limestone County Commission to order. Pamela, are there any public comment?
We do not have any.
Dion, Adam, ain't nothing y'all want? Okay. We'll move on to the roll call.
Commissioner Hill.
Here.
Commissioner Turner.
Here.
Commissioner Black.
Here.
Commissioner Harrison.
Here.
All present. Commissioner Black, will you lead us in our pledge?
I will. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. First item on the agenda today, I'll ask for a motion to approve the minutes from April 17th and 26th, 2017. Do I hear such motion?
I'll make a motion.
A motion by Mr. Turner. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hill. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, I'll ask for a motion to approve claims in the amount of $1,155,766.59 as submitted to the commission. Do I hear such motion?
I make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. There are no resolutions and orders to come before the commission, no contracts, agreements, or grants, no budget revisions, no emergency purchases. Under board appointments, I'll ask for a motion to reappoint Mr. Claire D. Middleton to Top of Alabama Regional Housing Authority Board for a 5-year term, retroactive April 13th, 2017. Do I hear such motion?
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. Hill. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Harrison. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, I'll ask for a motion to appoint Michelle Williamson to the Muscle Shoals National Heritage Area Steering Committee for a term ending January 1, 2020. Do I hear such motion?
I make the motion.
Have a motion by Mr. Black, have a second by Mr. Turner. As I understand it, we actually informed Michelle prior to this that she was being appointed, so, which is a deviation from our usual practices.
It's
So,
a first on the committee.
yeah. If there's no more discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, I'll ask for a motion to approve Rebecca Davis to serve on the Muscle Shoals National Heritage Area Advisory Board.
So moved.
I have a motion by Mr. Hill. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Harrison. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. There are no bids to be awarded. Under personnel action, I'll ask for a motion to promote Kayla Holt to CRO Case Manager at Community Corrections, retroactive to April 17th, 2017.
Make
Do I
a motion.
have a motion by Mr. Harrison. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Black. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, I'll ask for a motion to employ Christopher Bedingfield as Calford Grounds Keeper and Campground Attendant. Do I hear such motion?
I make the motion.
A motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, the merit increases, as you see in your book. I'll ask for a motion to grant such merit increases as been submitted to the commission.
I make a motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Turner. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Hill. Any discussion? If there's no discussion, I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner.
Aye.
Commissioner Hill.
Aye.
Commissioner Black.
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously, and now for that time, we all wait bated breath for our esteemed engineers report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Boy, that's loud. All I have for you today is I have a subdivision. This is point addition number 4. This is actually a resubmit. It was never recorded the first time, as I recall. It's a minor subdivision. This will be preliminary and final. 6 lots. This is located in District 3, west of Marine Drive and Two Rivers Drive intersection.
Thanks, sir. Do I have a motion to approve the point addition number 4 as submitted to the commission?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Hill?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Is there anything else, esteemed engineer?
That's all I have for you, esteemed Chairman.
Thank you, sir. In other business, I'll ask for a motion to approve the following change orders. Phase 3 of the courthouse renovation project in the amount of $2,560.50. As Kelly stated at the work session, this was a clerical error on their part. The work was done probably over a year ago, I believe, didn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Do I hear such motion?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Hill?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, I'll ask for a motion to approve the revised minutes of February 6, 2017, thereby amending motion to approve change order number 2 in the amount of $7,027 for AlDOT project, number 13-903, grant for refurbishing of the Limestone County Archives. State portion is 80%, $5,621.60. The county portion is 20%, $1,405.40. Do I hear such motion?
I make a motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Turner. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Harrison. Any discussion? There's no discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Commissioner Hill?
Aye.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Our next item, I'll ask for a motion to approve change order number 3 in the amount of $4,517.20 for AlDOT project number 13-903, grant for refurbishing of the Limestone County Archives. State portion is 80%, $3,613.76. The county portion is 20%, $903.44. Plus, the county is paying 100% of the cost of $3,047 for fire hydrant approved on February 6th. Do I hear such motion?
I'll make the motion.
I have a motion by Mr. Black. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Turner. Any discussion?
This is where the grant wouldn't pay for a fire hydrant? Just-
Yes, sir. It's where it's fire hydrants on the west side of the railroad tracks. And unless you coordinate the fire, I guess. With the train coming through, it needs to be on the east side. There's no further discussion. I'll call for the vote.
Commissioner Black?
Aye.
Commissioner Turner?
Aye.
Commissioner Hill?
Aye.
Commissioner Harrison?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. There are no scheduled public hearings. This time we'll move to report of the officers. Commissioner Hill.
Yes, I'd like to thank the District 1 employees for the work they done yesterday in the rain. We had one big tree on Cedar Hill that was probably 4 to 5 foot diameter and had Thatch Road. There was different places, Shipley Holler and different places, and I just want to thank them for their diligence in working in the rain and getting the roads open.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Turner.
Yeah, we had 2 small trees down yesterday in District 2. Real easy to clean up. No other problems. I feel like we was pretty lucky considering the way the weather was acting.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Black.
Over the weekend, we probably had 125 to 150 tires dumped. I really wish there was a way we could catch them. All the deputies know about it. Deputy Crowley, the one that does our debris and garbage dumping, he's looked. He's gone to Decatur. He's gone to Huntsville. He's gone to Madison. He's gone everywhere trying to find out who is selling these tires or paying people to haul these tires off, and then they're bringing them into our county and dumping them. So be on the lookout for that. If you see a truck with a trailer that's got a lot of tires in it, if you're just a normal citizen out there, write down the number, whatever color the truck is, whatever the trailer looks like, and let the sheriff's department know. It would be very, very helpful. Also, we've completed the groundwork for Airport Road. I'd like to thank each one of the districts for sending a truck out and sending a driver. It was it probably would have taken 2 weeks to do, and we did it in about 3 days. And it is no longer the worst road in Limestone County. So one of y'all can have that if you want it, but I'm not going to take it anymore because we fixed mine. So thank y'all.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Harrison.
Work out on Parker Road is continuing. We've got about 4 more driveways on the west side of, or the east side of Parker Road to do out of the 11 that needed to be replaced. We've got some more on the west side that we got to take care of, but they're less critical. But the rain has kind of hampered that effort, but we're going to try to put the full court press on it and try to get it done. The project on Quinn Road, over the bridge over Round Island Creek, that's been delayed. There was a problem with the east approach. It failed the proof road test again, and they're going to come and dig it out again and compact it and try to get it to where we can open it up, hopefully as soon as possible. I don't know if you have any comment, you know where that's at. I went last week down to Auburn. The National Center for Asphalt Technology held their open house, and they gave a tour, and it's the only test facility in the nation and really the world of that caliber. They have a 1.7 mile test track where they evaluate formulations from all 50 states and other territories that are evaluating different formulations. And they've also got, if you're ever out on Highway 280 east of Opelika, between mile marker 128 and 132, there's 4 miles of test beds. They're 1/10 of a mile long, and they're testing different formulations, different surface treatments, base treatments. And if you're ever out that way, it's really intriguing. The double seal and triple seal is out there. It's being evaluated because formerly, up until a few years ago, they would only really do hot mix surface treatments. But they're investigating, since everybody's going for a push to lower their cost, they're evaluating a lot of chip seal configurations. So if you're ever out there, that's a good place to go. Also, if you're in Auburn, go to Lee County 158 or 159. It's a dead-end quarry road where they go in empty, come out fully loaded. They've done the same thing there with a variety of surface treatments. And they haven't, what I was looking for is a cost index on each one of those formulations, but they're not going to do that. They're just going to give the test data, and then we can go to ALDOT, and they can do a cost analysis on it and give us that. But we need to keep an eye on that because that's something that we need to start looking at. So that's all I have.
All righty. Thank you, sir. Thank everybody for coming. I would like to announce that the Limestone County Farmers Market opens tomorrow, Tuesday, May 2nd. And also, May 12th, it'll be the Relay for Life night at the Athens Sportsplex. So y'all come out, can help support that. It's a great cause. All the relay teams, our County for the Cure, City of Athens teams. And how many teams are there in Limestone County?
I think there's up to 20 now.
Yeah, up to 20, and they have the Survivors Walk. It's a really neat thing if y'all come out and support that. And with that, we will recess until 10 a.m. on Wednesday, May 10th, 2017 at the Washington Street Courthouse Annex, 310 West Washington Street, Athens, Alabama. Thank y'all. Have a great week.